Alright, today we're going to show you guys how to change a belt on a Polaris product. Actually, it's 2 or 3 ways you can do it. Depends on what you got, what model you have, what tools you have available, and really how you want to do it. So obviously when you're in the field, changing a belt, you're usually on the ground, not picked up like this. You can see our how to remove your cover video, but once you get the cover off on the ground, then the process is pretty much the same. So the thing about belts is if you're going to be changing your belt anyway, you might as well be using a good one, a Hunterworks belt. So yeah, it's kind of like infomercial. Alright, so point is you're going to be changing your belt. Now, in my shop, I do it several ways, and that's kind of the way I'm going to show you. Now, most people are going to do it what I think is a hard way, but the way you're supposed to do it. Alright, which is use your belt and shock tool, just an FYI, which end? I don't know if you can read it, but it says clutch and shock. So you put your little hook in here, all right? I usually position it where I can get a good hold in it. They changed these secondaries to where there's a cutout right here, and you can't get as good a hook on it, if you will, as before. So the thing to do is come at it at an angle, where we used to come in straight on, now we come in at an angle. All right, so you hook it, and then I'll leave that tool in there in neutral. Look at there, ain't as bad as I thought. Okay, and there's our belt. Keep in mind, your belt needs to go back on, or your new belt, whichever, to where you can read the writing. That actually may be a very easy way, but it's not the only way. Alright, so how do we get her back on? Pretty much the same way. You hook that in there, spread it, get it on the bottom, and get it going, and then pull that up and rotate and pull and rotate, and sometimes if it's too tight, hook it in again. There you go, and pull. I personally hate this method, even though it may be the easiest, because we make belts. I don't want you twisting that dang belt up. It just drives me crazy. So anyway, your belt's back on, method 1. All right, method 2, this is a 18-1000. You can do this on 16 to 19. If that other method, you go, I just can't get it off, or maybe you're doing some clutch testing and it's just aggravating. What I've done here in the past is I take 15 millimeter, all right, take that bolt out, and then pop that out. Look at there. Now, look how loose that belt is. I'll do this. Get that joker off. Put my secondary back on. Take my belt off, and then put it right back on the way I just showed you a minute ago, which again is a method I don't care for because it's twisting this belt. Okay, so let's do that anyway, just for the video's sake. But let me get my bolt in. All right, impact. Been using it 15 years. It's supposed to be 55 foot-pounds. It's not always a good way to hold it, in my opinion. And it's on. So I just have to know when to quit. Alright, so I'm reading the writing. By the way, this is a Hunterworks belt. See what I'm talking about? I'll zoom when I edit this, I'll zoom in. All that twisting, it's just, There you go. All right, that's method 2. What is method 3? Well, you really think I'm gonna be insane here. But actually, this is probably my method that I use the most here at the shop. Also, you might be asking, why are you whispering? Because there's a hell of an echo in here, and if I talk in normal voice, it sounds like I'm in a concert hall. All right, method 3. Take the bolts out. Use a Hunterworks primary puller that's been hardened, best you can buy. Look at there, popped off, loose. Look here. That's pretty fast. Now you say, all right, well, Mister, how about going back on? All right, get it in the right direction. Put it around your secondary first. Take your primary, hook your belt like that, angle it towards the crankshaft. Get your bolt. You say, oh my God, he didn't put that primary on with an impact. Yeah, I did. 15 years, and this is supposed to be 96 foot-pounds. It's just not a good way to hold it. I'm not sure if I said that in that video today, this one or not, because I'm making 5 videos in one day using the same footage on different things. Anyway, that belt is back on. Now, what I want to tell you though is about these belts is if usually you're not taking a good belt off and putting a good belt on or whatever. Of course you would be if you was doing maintenance, but if you blew one and you had strings in it, I beg people to buy a clutch puller to pull their clutch off where they can really get in there and get those strings out. If you got this style of secondary clutch, then pop this off and pull it apart, you know, like it, because it flops around, and get all the old belt material out, because anything that gets up inside here and it starts binding, then any of these old strings can make you blow another belt. And obviously you don't want that, and we don't either. And we certainly don't. People go, oh, your belt blew. Did you clean it out? Well, no. As I always jokingly say, did our belt fail you or did you fail it? So anyway, that's basically how to change a belt in 3 ways. Again, please subscribe to our videos, hit the like buttons, comment below if you got any questions, concerns, or want to tell me I'm a dumbass. I'm okay with that, but this way we've been doing it for a long time. I just want to help those out that need help.